on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Dolphins coming in at 5-4, going up against the Bills, who come in at 6-3.
Larry, it was a little late in getting here, but autumn has arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Operating from the gun, Flynn. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Flynn. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green.
3rd and 2. Now Peterman. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Good. Here we go now.
From the red zone now, here's Peterman on 1st down. And he fumbles fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Flynn looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go! Green, 39!
From the gun, Flynn. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
This is Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw. Flynn. He finds Ajayi. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Flynn. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Peterman. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They go play action now. Peterman rolling to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Peterman on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Peterman. It's caught. Jones. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now McCoy. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gets...
And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Second down, Peterman. And Jones has it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Peterman. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now Peterman on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now it's Peterman. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. with Ajayi. He finds an opening past the 40, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Marcel Darius with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. To throw on second down. Flynn. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. 23 yards on the play. On first and 10. Flynn. And over the middle, this is Parker. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Back to throw. Flynn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Defense showing blitz. From the gun on 3rd down. Flynn. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Here's Peterman to throw. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
first down, Peterman drops it to Jones in the flat. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this one is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They go play action with Peterman. Over the middle, complete. That's Pope. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion right is Watkins. They'll throw on first down with Peterman. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And oh, he coughed it up.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change the...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
From the gun, it's Peterman. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, a second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
In motion right is Watkins. From the gun on third down, Peterman. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bills send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Off play action. Flynn. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tanner Vallejo coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Flynn. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And here come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now it's Peterman. Flushed out right. And he's got room. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Peterman to throw, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here come the Dolphins. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flynn. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Looking to throw. Flynn nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing now, Peterman on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Peterman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. second down. Here's Peterman. Dancing to his left. Going deep. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure...
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Over to Landry on the bubble screen. Tannehill to Landry. Good for a Dolphin 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, it's Drake. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. Here's the punter Shum to send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Peterman. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back to those defenders. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he motions the wide receiver. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Peterman. A dump underneath to Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Jones now in motion left. From midfield now, here's Peterman. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Miami. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6.
You waking up just in time for the draft, huh, you?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault.
Just beat YNC Blitz, man.
The NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Yeah, with them Dolphins. Had some sacrations in that dancery. That defense was coming. Man, nigga took my QB out, bro. Hey, just when that boy was trying to become somebody in life, dog. I'm back to playing with Tannehill, bro.
You mean, like I said, the boy just